All right, this is our first volume lesson for geometry. First thing we need to do is look at a couple terms, surface area and volume. So first of all, surface area in layman's terms is how much stuff it takes, sorry, let me rephrase that, how much paint it takes to cover a space or how much it takes to cover the outside. So this is how much paint it would take to cover an entire house and roof. Maybe a better explanation would be like how much wrapping paper to fully cover a gift. So just like how much surface there is that needs to be covered. And then volume is how much can fit on the inside. So how much we can fit inside. The big thing here is that since we're talking area, this is still units squared, like centimeters squared, feet squared, inches squared, etc. But this one with volume is measured in units cubed, like centimeters cubed, feet cubed, inches cubed, etc. And that's because we have 3 dimensions that we need to multiply by. In area, there's only 2 dimensions. Base and height, or I'll flip those around just so you guys don't get confused. We'll call this height and this the base. For a 3-dimensional figure, we have 3 measurements. We have base, height, and then this one we have length. So since there's 3 dimensions, 1, 2, 3, that's why it's units cubed. And here there's 2, 1, 2, that's why it's units squared. So if we look at a case of pop, for example, this is a 24-pack, the typical kind of thin, long ones. I measured an actual container, and they are 39.5 by 12.5 by 26.5. So just so you understand what I'm talking about, this measurement here was the width. That's 12.2. The height is this one, which was 26.5. And then the length of the box was this, which was 39.5. Now, when we talk about surface area, again, it means how much does it take to cover the outside. So for surface area on this one, it would mean how much cardboard would we need. So what we would have to do is find how much cardboard it takes for this face right here, which would be the width times the height, or 12.2 times 26.5. And we would need to find this one, which would be the height, 26, by the length, or the height is 26.5 times 39.5. And then we'd also have to do this top. So the top has 39.5 for this length, is 39.5, by the width, which is 12.2. So 39.5 times 12.2, or the length times the width. Now the problem is we also have the bottom, so the top has a partner down on the bottom here that we can't see. This left side has a right side that we can't see, and this front has a back that we can't see. So really we have 2 times all of these. Now typically, just because I built up to this, the parentheses are in the wrong place. Normally I would put the parentheses around this one. But the shortcut would be 2 times the width times the height plus 2 times the height times the length plus 2 times the length times the width. Or you could take these 2 multiplied, these 2 multiplied, these 2 multiplied, add them up, and then double it. There's a bunch of different ways that you could do this. But if you type that into your calculator, you get 646.6 here, plus 2 times 26.5 times 39.5. $2,093.5. And then last you do 2 times 39.5 times 12.2 is 963.8. And add those up. 963.8 plus 2,093.5 plus 646.6, and we get 3,703.9. And this is in centimeters, so it's centimeters squared because it's surface area. So that's time consuming, but I don't think it's terribly difficult. You might disagree. If you're confused, just come yell at me and I'll help you. For the volume, what you do, the formula is length times width times height. So we'll go 39.5 times 12.2 times 26.5. 39.5 times 12.2 times 26.5. And that's centimeters cubed. All right. Now, if we do it for a cube, this is a little bit different. You could use the same rule, you guys, but here's the cool thing about a cube. With a cube, all the faces are the same. So this piece of cardboard is the same size as this piece, and it's the same size as this and the other sides. So there are 6 total faces, all the same size. So what we can do is 6 times one of the sides squared. So we could just go like 6 times the length squared, or 6 times the width squared, or 6 times the height squared. Because notice how all the width, length, width, and height, they're all the same. So if you use one of them, it's going to come out the same. So what we need to do is take 6 times 23.37 squared, because that's 23.37 times 23.37. You multiply those to find the area. It's the same as hitting squared. So if we do 6 times 23.37 times 23.37, we get 3,276.94, and that is centimeters squared because it's surface area. So that's how much cardboard they would need to make this box. This box, it required 3,703. The cube takes 3,276, or almost 3,277.